Hi guys! Today I'm attempting to make slime with only expired slime ingredients. I have lots of ingredients that have been left out and open in my slime warehouse for months, and I want to see if I can still make some slime with them. For my first attempt, I'm using a glue bottle that was left out without a lid for some reason. I really wanted to see if the glue being left out open would change the slime texture at all. So far, the glue consistency was honestly pretty smooth, but I did see some small chunky pieces. I'll be using this green watercolor paint as dye, which was originally used in a video we filmed months ago, but it also got left out on a shelf partially open because I didn't intend on using it again. I honestly meant to throw it away, guys, but I completely forgot about it, and thankfully it's still mixing in pretty normally, so let's activate it. This is where it actually started to get pretty weird, guys. I know this slime has looked really normal so far despite using some older ingredients, but guys, this slime had the hardest time activating. You guys see this, right? Literally nothing is happening. It's still just glue. I had to pour in the entire slime activator bottle, which never happens for a slime this small. And then guess what? It got worse. Because what is this, guys? It literally turned into one giant clump. This has never happened to me before. After so much mixing, it was still so gross and super clumpy, so at that point, I just decided to knead it a little with my hands. I've got to get these clumps out somehow because this slime is so stiff. I added a little bit of glycerin from a random glycerin bottle I found in an attempt to soften up the slime because this slime needs all the help it can get. It was super rippy and clumpy, and it honestly took such a long time for it to become a better texture. After a while of kneading, I guess it was decent. It was less clumpy, but the texture wasn't great and was still ripping pretty easily. It also left a super sticky residue on my hands as I played with it, which was just not it. Maybe this completely dried out leftover clay I found can somehow fix this mess. This was leftover clay from a rainbow clay packet that originally looked like this. I opened it up to use it one day for a video, but I just never got around it, so these colors ended up really drying out. The clay was pretty hard to mix in and break apart, which was expected for how dry it was, but wow, it felt like I was trying to mix in a piece of styrofoam into my slime. Luckily, I think some of the interior pieces of clay were still a little soft, so this did end up mixing in decently and actually helped reduce some of that sticky, tacky residue that this slime had previously. While it's still definitely chunky and clearly not perfectly mixed in, at least the slime doesn't have that tacky feeling anymore. Since this slime is about as good as it's going to get, I'm adding it into a container and I'm at least going to make it look decently cute with some adorable frog sprinkles as well as some cute bubble sprinkles. I added on a little bit of glitter as well, and then it was done. This slime took forever to come together, but in the end, it wasn't bad at all. I was super worried at first when it looked like this, but it somehow came together, and despite all the little clay clumps, it actually turned out pretty cute. Let's squish it. For this next slime, I'll be using some left out clear glue that we don't use anymore. This was also sitting open in the back of my shelf for months because I was experimenting with it, and that definitely affected it because straight out of the bottle, I could tell this glue was not clear. Ew, why is it kind of white and milky looking? I don't know what could have possibly happened with this glue, but I'm hoping we can fix it with some random Crayola paint that I found. I don't know if these technically expire, but I've had these paint forever and definitely didn't close the bottle right when storing it, so it just needs to go. Next, I'm adding in a little bit of snow powder, which I know doesn't actually expire, but I've had 1/4 of a random bag sitting on my shelf forever, okay? I don't even know where this came from, so let's just use it. Despite being off to a rocky start with that terrible glue, the slime is actually mixing okay, so let's add in some slime activator. This is where the problems actually started to happen. The more I mixed it together, the chunkier it got, which is not normal at all for clear glue. Clear glue is usually pretty smooth even when you try to mix slime activator, but this mixture was sloppy, sticky, and way too clumpy. I had no choice but to see if kneading it with my hands would help, and to my surprise, it actually did. Can you guys believe that this mess actually made this slime super fluffy texture? Since these Crayola paints actually dyed the slime pretty well, I'm going to make this a two-tone slime and dye part of it purple. I'm honestly surprised that leaving paint slightly open doesn't really do much to the consistency and the texture of them. Most of the paint was still just normal liquid and came out of the bottle really easily. Now that our purple slime is fully mixed, let's combine our two colors to make this super cute two-tone slime. When I was thinking about the slime theme, I really wanted to go with a super cute pink cat themed slime, so I'm topping it off with some white and pink heart sprinkles, some more pink sprinkles, and of course a super cute little cat charm. This slime is adorable and I honestly can't believe it went from looking like this to this. I was worried for a second there, but I'm so happy with how it turned out, and honestly, I'm obsessed with the slime texture. This last slime is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try to attempt to fix one of my oldest graveyard slimes. This slime has been sitting on our slime shelf for at least 6 months, so we can definitely say that this slime is expired. It's clearly super dried on the top, but the inside is still somewhat normal slime consistency, so I'm going to pick out some pieces that I think it can still be saved. This slime smoothie had such a gross color, and it was honestly reminding me of something that I don't even want to say out loud right now. Not to mention this crazy mix of textures and scents. What is going on here? I think it's bingsu mixed with icy, with butter and foam, and I don't know. All I know is it feels so weird and is leaving this really weird wet residue on my hands. Anyways, first order of business is to fix this color. I've got this super old, nasty, and probably very watered down purple dye, but I still think this will be able to dye our slime. We had some good luck with dye so far, so even though this is super gross looking too, let's add it into our vomit graveyard slime and give it a good mix. As expected, it was mixing in just fine and our slime was already looking so much better. I added in a little bit more purple dye to really solidify that purple color, and just like that, this slime was already a million times better. It turned into this super gorgeous deep purple color slime that I'm super happy with. Let's add this slime into our container and of course make it cute. The last thing that I would really improve this slime is of course some sprinkles, so I added in these super glittery sprinkles as well as some glitter to make this slime really pop again. I finished this slime off with an adorable purple stingray charm and then it was complete. This slime went from this to this. I could barely look at this slime at first, but now I love it. But let's see if it has that good ASMR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make slime with all the expired slime ingredients, and all the slimes turned out pretty well. Let me know which slime transformation was your favorite in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on our future videos. Also, make sure to shop our weekly Friday restocks every Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time, where we drop new slimes every single Friday. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!